Good evening and welcome into the broadcast booth. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Asher Salisbury. We're here tonight for the first regular season game of the basketball season. Coming in, it's the Kearney Bearcats versus the Elkhorn South Storm. Kearney coming in as the home team in Elkhorn South. Asher, we've done a lot of research about these teams. Tell me first, Elk South, they're going to be announced first. What are you seeing in this Elk South team?
Elk South, they are a very, very young team. Their starting lineup only has one senior in it.
Yeah, not only that, but they only lost one senior last year, returned 10 out of the 11 girls onto the roster, and that girl last year that they lost didn't get a whole lot of minutes, so it's a team with a lot of experience. But not only that, this team comes into being able to crash the boards so well, and that's going to be a key for them. When we watch film on them, 3 or 4 girls each possession are going to be coming in, crashing the boards, and not a lot of height. So it's going to be a lot of perimeter basketball, swinging the ball around, playing small ball, and getting aggressive and seeing what they can do. Now for the Kearney Bearcats, we look at them. Asher, what do you have to say about them?
They are coming in as the favorites, I will say, but that is also coming because they are at home. They did lose one key part of their offensive unit, which is Kira Dutenhofer.
They did. Yes, and you look at that, Dutenhofer injured herself in volleyball season, but they also lost a lot if you look at seniors from last year. They lost 3 of their top 5 scorers in Rusher, Province, and Dutenhofer out now, but they lost a lot of girls, whether it be to injury or to graduation, and they lost a lot of leadership. Tatum Rusher, you look at her, she had the most three-pointers made last year for that team, and then a 2-year defender and rebounder, Maddie Province, such a big role last year. So it's a lot of experience for Elk South against maybe a little bit less experience for Kearney. And not only that, new coach for Kearney, Chris Pocket, coming in and coaching this year, his first game as head coach for Kearney.
He did have a jamboree game to try and get things figured out, try and get the offense and defense rolling.
He did, and yeah, after J.D. Carson, he stepped down November 13th, and now assistant for 12 years. Coming to this game, Chris Pocket comes in, and when I asked him about it, he said he's excited, but the big things that he's nervous about would be the rebounding side of things, and when I asked him, who's there to watch, he goes, we're going to win by committee. So let's get to your starters. First up for Elkhorn South, it's number 3, Amy Burke, number 4, Regan Marasco, number 14, Molly Probasco, number 22, Andy Penke, and number 32, Alexa Eddy. For Kearney, it's number 2, Paige Mylan, number 3, Kennedy Garner, number 13, Harley Straka, number 23, Kelsey Hatcher, number 45, Avery Franzen.
Look for the Bearcats, Kelsey Hatcher. She will be the primary ball carrier for the Bearcats tonight.
Yes, she will. It's Paige Mylan and Regan Marasco to tip things off to get basketball season rolling. Kearney wins a tip, and Asher, we're off, getting things started. We've talked about everything. Elk South, a heavy defensive team too. They love to rebound, and they're very content to play a whole lot of defense. Let's see how that comes in tonight with a Kearney team, like we said, missing one of their bigger pieces. Drive it in the kick, almost. Shot going up, that's Mylan. And batted out of bounds by Garner. Elkhorn South ball.
One of the key factors, though, for the Bearcats is they want to look and try and get Paige Mylan open and try and get her going behind the three-point line.
Yes, you are going to want to look to target Mylan. She's one of those players that you're going to want to put the ball in her hands. As Probasco kicks it out, looking for the 3, Penke. Can't find it, Straka. Back down to the right side, kicking it to the corner. 3 thought about, settling for the jumper. That's a great bucket. Kelsey Hatcher, first points of the game, but for Hatcher there, it's a good defensive play to make the closeout. Quick pump fake, get in there for a nice little jumper, and she makes it work. That 3 going up, not hitting the mark. Amy Berkey looking for it. Back down the other end, that's Hatcher. Kearney up by 2 early. These two teams still trying to figure each other out. Kind of an acrobatic shot from Hatcher. Just falls off the backboard. Elkhorn South has a chance to tie it. Good defense by Franzen to help close the gap down there and slow down the break. That shot goes out. That's Morosco. Bucket. Gets it for 3 and takes the lead 3-2. Quick little nice spot-up shot right at the top. Nobody was guarding her. Took
Elkhorn
advantage.
South is also going to look to try and open up on the three-point line. Try and get a lot of buckets there.
Yeah, when you look at small ball, you're going to have to. Headed out of bounds, saved by Straka, but it's not enough. That's Morosco back down the other end. She takes it all the way in, coast to coast. Molly Probosco. She's had all 5 of their points, and it's coming just 5 straight. A nice little 5-0 run coming in for South.
Elkhorn South is coming in. They're playing with a lot of fire, a lot of speed here early.
Hatcher, right side, puts it up, tough bucket, but she gets it done. Takes a little bit of contact, fades away, goes up with the right hand. Nice touch. And off that left side, shot won't go. That's Probosco again. Probosco being aggressive early, the coast to coast, the spot up 3. Inside, that's Mylan. She's fouled. So first free throws of the game coming in. That's Mylan. And fouls on Regan Morosco. So her first foul, like we said, Hatcher, her first time being at the line, anybody's first time being at the line this game. Free throws, we talk about how necessary they are, especially in a close game like this. 5-4, about almost a little bit close to halfway through, or almost halfway through this first quarter.
As we do have a substitute for the Bearcats, Addie Helmbrecht coming in for the Bearcats, try and get a little bit more action on the boards.
Yeah, say Helmbrecht, she does just that, makes the save, not gonna go. Probosco gets it, but automatically Helmbrecht coming in, making the difference. Quick pass over to Elk South. They move the ball so quickly. Not the kick out, bodying her way through Alexa Eddy.
Good ball movement there by the Storm.
That's great ball movement. You open up the lane. If you can move that ball like that, small ball, you can really look to hit those lanes. We saw Arkansas do that well against Duke.
Big Duke fan.
Not at all.
Actually, no, you are the complete opposite.
I'm not a UNC fan. Good bucket, Probosco. Again, finding your way on fast breaks. Elk South dancing around Kearney at this point. 9-4, they lead by 5. Swing pass over a deep 3, and it falls. Bucket. Kennedy Garner. That was 2 feet off of the 3-point line. Then she stepped on the line.
What I've noticed here early, Bridger, is the Storm, it's about the same, they're running about the same play.
Yeah.
Have that screen up by the 3-point line and drive in.
Yep. And then always looking for the kick out. You're just looking to drive and kick, and that's going to be a turnover. Josie Murray.
Back-to-back turnovers.
Yeah. Well, those one of the biggest things, especially in basketball. Every possession counts. You got to look to eliminate those turnovers. And those are 2 kind of silly turnovers for Kearney. And now Elk South only up by 2. They were up by 4.
Maybe a little bit of nerves here early, as it is the first game of the season.
Yeah. Look at how wide open that front court is. Quick drive in, the kick out. Elk South, again, very content to just dance around on offense, pass the ball around, wait till something opens up. Into the lane, the kick, looking for the corner. Ball stolen away by Hatcher.
That punishing man-to-man defense there for the Bearcats.
Well, not only that, but just a patient defense. Helmbrecht, she's blocked. Alexa Eddy back down on the other end. Small ball, but still getting blocks. Looking for the drive and kick. Kearney doing a good job just shutting the drive down. Shot goes up for Burke. He won't fall. Still 9-7. Storm leading by 2. Hatcher. Ooh, she thought about the 3. She wanted it. Good screen looking for the roll, but Helmbrecht couldn't get there in time. Good defense by Elk South, leaving that Kearney offense a little bit confused. They'll get the ball back and see what they can do. Coming in for Kearney, it's Harley Straka and Emerson Wohlers in for the Storm.
Elkhorn South defense, they're backing up a little bit on the perimeter. They're giving a couple open shots for the Bearcats.
So Josie Murray misses it. Paige Milan comes in and cleans it up, gets an offensive board, and ties it up at 9. Those extra chance points. Rarely do you get 2 chances, but when you do, good things happen. You just got to give yourself the opportunity. Pass kicked out to the corner, nowhere to go. Penke's got it. On the top, again, that Kearney defense tough right now. Quick 3 up, and it's a bucket. Talk about a quick release, Drew Hassenkamp. Excuse me, not Hassenkamp, that's Addie Penke. Puts it up in the corner. That's a quick release for Penke, and that's going to be something tough to close out on. Turnover, looking for Helmbrecht. Fast break down the other way, that's Eddie. On the left side, she takes it. Block will be called, so she'll head to the line to shoot free throws. Foul will go on Harley Straka, and then Alexa Eddy heads to the line up by 3.
That is a goal for the Elkhorn South Storm. Their goal is to try and get to the free throw line and try and close this game out early.
Absolutely, that's always been a goal for teams, and you look at free throws, now they're different thanks to the different rules now. In high school basketball, at 5 free throws, it's 2 shots. 5 fouls, yes, my bad, not free throws. 5 fouls in a quarter, it becomes 2 shots, and then fouls reset every quarter. The reason being they're looking to eliminate on fouling at the end of games, being an option for teams. So, a lot of different things coming in. That one will be interesting, and then you look at the shot clock coming in last year. I thought it had great results. Hatcher almost just pulled up for 3 right away. Wide open lane. Addie Snyder weaving her way around. Quick shoot through the gap, and she's got it wide open.
The Bearcats have been doing a nice job of getting inside to the paint. They've been getting a lot of points here early there.
Hassenkamp missed the 3, but an offensive board very on cue for the Storm. Into the lane, not the kick. Foul will be called. That's Molly Probasco headed to the line. Harley Straka, now she's got 2 fouls in just the first quarter. So you talk about Elk South having one of those goals of getting some girls in foul troubles, trying to shake things up. That'll do it. Straka probably going to have to head out of this game as Probasco missed her first free throw. So Avery Franzen and Kennedy Gardner both coming into the game. 1 free throw left for Probasco. 1:01 left. Probasco hits the second, now a 3-point game. Hatcher's got it off to the left. Hatcher and Probasco, kind of a fun offensive-defensive matchup. What a pass, though. Avery Franzen just go over the defender and drop the pass back shoulder. I feel like I'm talking about a football game.
Those skip passes have been working really nicely so far to start this game.
35 seconds to go. 3, it's heaved up, and it's a bucket. Drew Hassenkamp. That's a great shot. 2 feet off the 3-point line.
That was on some Steph Curry range.
Quick shot, Garner can't get it to fall. Franzen, she's blocked. Elk South, 2 big-time blocks now. 18.5 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Kearney's got it with a chance to not, they might be able to tie things up. Unlikely, but with a chance. Ten seconds left. Still passing around the top. Hatcher, she wanted the 3. Drives in, loses it, falls out of bounds. That's headed Elk South. 3.7 seconds to go in the first quarter. What can Elk South make of it? Kearney's going to make sure that they throw the ball in. Now 1 second shot, it's heaved up. not going to fall, heads into Kearney's college game day student section. So after quarter number 1, it's Elk South in the Storm, up 17-13 on the road against Kearney. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Asher Salisbury, and we'll be back for quarter number 2 on the Bearcats Drive Network. So we have one quarter under our belts. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Asher Salisbury. 17-13, Elk South leading by 4. Asher, after quarter number 1, what are your thoughts?
I will say, for the Bearcats, can we just talk about their shoe game? That is amazing.
But before we talk about the shoe game, first game coming out, you saw it there, it's ESPN College Game Day is the theme for the Kearney student section.
I'm sad I forgot my jersey tonight.
Even full suit and tie action. So shot clock didn't come on, so we're going to restart it. It'll be Elkhorn South ball. No jump balls in the first quarter. But as you can see, fouls do reset now. So fouls are reset. Again, it's the new change with quarters. No 1 and 1. Just at 5 fouls, it goes to 2, and fouls reset every quarter. Now, player fouls do not reset. Those stay your normal, you have 5, and then that's it.
Some notable fouls for the Bearcats. Harley Straka at 2.
Yes.
We still have 3 quarters to play here in Kearney.
Yeah, I say that's definitely a notable one. But Elk South, it's been a productive offensive day. They can run well on the fast break, or they can take their time and get buckets offensively. But it's been a couple big threes from Drew Hassenkamp, and then Probasco's coming in, got some buckets as well. Quick kick and the travel on Amy Burke. Yeah, Burke shuffled the feet just before she went to dribble that ball. So now it's Kearney ball, down by 4, 17-13. They started off strong, but kind of struggled to close out the quarter. Hatchet, nowhere to go with it. Picked up her dribble. And then Franzen can't get there either. I think Franzen thought there was a cutter coming in behind her. She lets the ball drop, and it's another turnover for the Bearcats.
A lot of arid passes here to begin for the Bearcats.
So now the Storm. They got a chance to keep things rolling. That's Eddie going to work. She has got, she plays in the post. That shot falls again. Addie Pinky. Elkhorn South is doing such a good job right now of attacking the lanes and attacking those open areas. Quick shot goes up, and it's a bucket. Kennedy Garner from the left side keeps things interesting. Makes it a 3-point game.
Elkhorn South is just picking apart the Kearney High Bearcats man-to-man defense.
Yes. Well, and they're just finding lanes. You know, you look at man-to-man, they're not running quite. They're running a help man-to-man, but not as much as most teams do. So with that, you can find cutters. You can find open lanes as long as you can get defenders sucked out.
As that is off the glass and in.
Asher, it's 5:36 on a Thursday, but the bank is always open in Kearney. Amy Burke gets it done, makes it a 6-point game. Hatcher on the top. I don't think there's anywhere where she's not willing to shoot. Struck a quick 3, and that's a bucket as well. 3-pointers are falling tonight for Kearney. Elkhorn South again, the drive and kick philosophy. Quick shot goes up, almost hits it. It's an offensive board. Burke keeping it alive.
I will say, coming into this, Elkhorn South, they were trying to get a lot of offensive rebounds. Kearney High, they have not let them get on that board.
Shot goes up from the corner, won't fall. Talk about it. And Reagan Morosco almost gets one. But yeah, you're right. Right now, if you look at, the pace that Elkhorn South would have to be on, the average amount of offensive rebounds they had last year, not quite getting there. Tough bucket, Harley Straka bodies her way into Eddie. And it's a 1-point game, 21-20. Tough miss for Probasco, and Kearney right back on the other end, 22-21, only down by 1. Hatcher wants to get it into Franzen, tries to force it in. That's a tough pass. If you're at the top of the three-point line like that, it's a tough entrance in. Probasco, quick three-pointer going up. Elk South, when they have success, is when they're either on a fast break or when they pass the ball around a little bit more and find the openings. Timeout taken by Kearney. First one of the game. Chris Pokic takes himself a 30-second timeout. We'll stay right here. Asher, 22-21, Elk South. The offense kind of stalling a little bit. Why do you think that is?
The Bearcats, they're doing a lot better job of closing out on the shooters and not letting them get into the lane.
Yeah, it's definitely that. Kearney, the defense is starting to step up a little bit. They're starting to figure it out, but Kearney running a very minimal help defense, like I was saying, which works out because it makes it harder, but Elk South, they're so good at cutting. They're so good at getting the open shots. The drive and kick. Kearney's doing a good job, even in a minimal help man defense like they have right now. Kearney's defense still stepping up, but Elk South, you got to put the ball really in any of your starters' hands. Probasco, she can hit the three. Panky can hit the three. Alexa, Eddie, any of these girls can hit the three and they can ball. When you have ball movement, you're able to move the ball around a lot more and you're able to work that man apart.
It has also been a game of runs. Both teams, they've gotten on 5, maybe even 7-0 runs.
Hatcher, quick three out of the timeout for her, just nicks the front of the backboard. Excuse me. Into the lane, tough shot, can't find it. Ball saved away, Kearney will have it. Shot put up by Penke. Pass break down the other end. Kearney gonna see what they can do, try to set something else up. They wanted to Franzen on the inside. They've always been good trying to get it into the post, but that's when you look at not the disappearance, but the absence of Kiera Dutenhofer. Straka looking for it, can't find it, but she cannot get too caught up fighting for balls 90 feet from the basket with already 2 fouls. Into the lane, looking for the dish, but she lost it. That was Wohlers. Fast break, Straka takes it right side, swoops that ball under, and gets it to go. And Kearney got a 1-point lead now, 23-22.
Bearcats are doing a good job of capitalizing on those transition points.
Yes. Shot goes up, won't fall. That was Morosco. Hatcher just walking it up the floor. Only 3 minutes and 10 seconds left to go until halftime. A very clean game so far. No fouls recorded in the second quarter. Hatcher, quick shot. It's blocked. And saving it. Extra effort. Hatcher gets it done. But credit the assist. Paige Milan came in, saved it. Nobody there. And blocked again. Milan makes 2 big-time plays. A hustle play on one end and then a block defensively. Straka, bucket and 1.
Bearcats are rolling right now.
Well, and it's just the pace isn't very fast for either team, but Straka that time just with a nice transition bucket. Now Straka looking for one shot. Now a 6-point lead, 28-22, just like that. Kearney with some hustle plays. And then a 3-point play by Straka. Eddie can't find the bottom of the net. So with less than 2.5 minutes to go, Kearney up by 6. Addie Janzik. Jump ball will stay with Kearney. 2:08 to go in half number 1.
I will say, as it is almost halftime, Bearcats are sticking to their game plan, getting points inside and shooting lots of threes.
Yes. Foul will be called. So that's the second foul of the half, and it all has come, within a minute. Fouls on Emerson Woolers. They were trying to get the ball into Helmbrecht. Hatcher popping off screens. That's where you want her. She's got time, and she gets a bucket. That's a little bit Curry-esque. Set the double screen. You know who you want to get the ball to.
They've practiced that play before.
Oh, yeah. So now Elk South came into this second quarter, leading by 1. Now they trail by 9, and a shot won't fall for Eddie. Quick transition by Cardi. Now is Jasnock. She puts it up for 3. Falls off the front of the iron. And again, Kearney. More hustle points. That ball's going to fall with Elk South. Timeout taken by Elk South. Coach Jake Nannon. He's got a lot to talk about with his girls as they trail by 9. We're going to take a quick break. Bridger Cruz, Asher Salisbury, back in a moment. Out of the break we go. Bridger Cruz, Asher Salisbury back with you. Minute 14 to go in the half. Elk South and Coach Nannon called the timeout. Down by 9. They were up by 2 heading into the second quarter. But Kearney's had a nice and strong middle and what's looking to be a finish of this game. Nice put up Probosco. Gets it done with the left hand. Textbook layup, simple play, put them within 7, but now less than a minute to go, Kearney. What can they do with it? Elk South, that swarming defense. Backdoor cut, great pass, Helmbrecht on the left side. Great pass, Kennedy Garner to Helmbrecht. 35 seconds, still the shot clock in play. Shot won't fall from Hasenkamp. Shot clock turned off, 25 seconds. Hasher dribbling it down the front court. 9-point game, Kearney. Just going to play for final shot. Ten seconds to go. Still no action by Kearney. Now it's Helmbrecht. Hatcher driving in left side. She's fouled. So I think the play was to divert attention from the left side. Helmbrecht set the pick on the right. Everybody kind of sucked over to the right, waiting for the pick and roll. Hatcher just took it in hard to the left, and she's rewarded. Hasenkamp committed the free throw, and now Kelsey Hatcher has a team-high 10 points already. We'll keep that at 10. Ball fumbled around. It'll stay with Kearney.
Bearcats will get one more chance at a last-second shot.
Yeah, and it's just, plays like that from Elk South. They haven't quite been able to get a lot of those offensive boards we talked about. Kearney's done a good job, but now 3 seconds to go. Got to put a shot up. Hatcher puts it up. Ooh, would have counted. Would not have counted. Look at the ref, would not have counted, but Hatcher almost gets it done. 10-point game, 34-24. Kearney having a strong second half, second quarter. We'll be back for half number 2 on the Kearney Bearcats Sports Network after the break. It's been Kearney, it's been Elkhorn South. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Asher Salisbury. Asher, taking a look at this game, you know, it was a lot Elk South in that first quarter, really back and forth for both teams, but Kearney came out strong about halfway through that second quarter and really started to get things figured out.
Oh yeah, they just were getting into the lane almost every single possession, and they really just couldn't miss.
Yeah, so and what helped that was the effort plays. You know, I look at Kelsey Hatcher. She got open, but she was the only open off the double screen and the quick curl off of it. Harley Straka's made some big plays, and Kennedy Garner as well. But yeah, you look at those extra chance points. Paige Milan gets it. And then it's Kennedy Garner with a bucket. On that left side, Kelsey Hatcher. Quick kick out to Straka. That's all day. Straka again. Lot of Kearney in this first half. Up by 10, Kelsey Hatcher. But that's all set up by Paige Milan. And then we talk about that quick curl off. Kelsey Hatcher. She's the best shooter, so you got to get her open somehow. Backdoor cut to the dish to Helmbrecht. It is textbook basketball right now for Kearney, and they're starting to get it figured out. This is actually the first game we've had replay. So it's exciting to have
First game we've had all of this, really.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, a bunch of brand new cameras, some new replay stuff. We hope you're enjoying it, because I love a game a whole lot more with some replay. But looking at second half stuff, you know, Asher, what does Elk South got to do? Because I think I know what Elk South's got to do, but I want to see, what do you think Elk South should do in the second half?
They got to try and get back into the lane. They were doing so well in the first quarter, and about halfway through the second quarter, they were just getting into the lane and just scoring easy layups.
And it was quick passes. You know, you're running a 5-out offense like that, and which works. Elk South not super big, a lot of girls that can shoot the ball, and all of them can play almost any position. So you run a 5-out offense, quick passes, and you're creative with it. But when you don't have success is when you run in too slow. You can't get into a too slow offense. What you want to do with that offense, you want to get Kearney spread out in that minimal help man defense. And when they do that, they get points. As we take a look here into the second half, about 30 seconds left to go. Kearney's up by 10, trying to take their home opener and start this season, start the official regular season undefeated.
It will help, though. They are starting at home, and then looking at their next couple games, they will go to Lincoln High, and then they will have Omaha West Side on December 12th here back at home.
Yeah, that'll be a big one, too. December 9th. That West Side game, always a good game against West Side. But now we got to focus on the here and the now. And that is Elkhorn South and Kearney. Elk South, again, not out of this game at all. They get back to what they were doing before, and they get comfortable like they were again. And it's going to be a close game again. Looking to trap right away. It works out. Pass thrown ahead. Probosco can't get there. Hits off of Hatcher. And Elkhorn South has got it, but a quick steal by Elk South of a nice little unexpected trap.
I think that's what they're going to try and do here. They're going to try and get a lot more steals in this second half, try and get some easy transition points.
Absolutely. Well, that's what Kearney started to do. The transition points was really what started to make a difference.
As the officials are talking it out here, I think they're trying to decide whose ball it is.
Oh, it's the shot clock. Yeah, they got it. They're trying to decide if they should reset the shot clock. They'll keep it at 31. Regularly, it's 35. 4 seconds had ticked off. Shot goes up. That's Marosco. Won't fall. Offensive board trapped in the corner. That's Garner. Garner just gets it out to Franzen. That's fast break again. This time it's Hatcher. Hatcher, ooh, she wanted the three. Not going to take it. Paige Milan will. Franzen gets the offensive board to set things back up. Shot clock resets. Straka, she's blocked. Third block today for Elk South. Now it's off to the races. Probosco. Ooh, That's a nice shot. Right foot left, little Euro. I get excited about a nice Euro step. That was nice from Probasco. Milan, she's got it at the top. Now give it to Straka. Hatcher. Looking for the Harden shuffle. What a great cut off of the screen. Little curl, that's a great play.
Elk South has done a couple of those against us here in
Yeah.
the first half.
Jump ball called. Penke had it. So it's Elk South basketball again. Penke to throw it in. Shot goes up for Probasco. She can't find it. Alexa Eddy, she looks shaken up as she's got to kind of better now. Straka taking it all the way down. Foul called. Straka heading to the line. Alexa Edie, she got called for it. Straka first shot, she gets it to fall.
The Bearcats they've been really good at the line tonight.
Yes. Franzen checks in for Edie. Straka hits the second bucket as well. Now a 12-point game. You talk about how important free throws are. Kearney showing that tonight. Quick dish into the corner. Quick shot. Berkey gets it to fall. Man, that's a great shot. That's just a quick release for her. Straka, the quick crossover. Floats it up, gets her own board. Able to kick it back out. The second chance points and efforts for Kearney is what's paying off. Franzen into the paint again. Throw it over the defender. Hatcher gets it to go on her side. It's a turnover for Elk South. And the defense for Kearney has turned into a well-oiled offensive machine.
That man-to-man defense, it's really starting to show for the Bearcats.
Yes, it is. Now an 11-point game. Hatcher's got it. Just ripped out of the hands. That's Burke. Burke, quick crossover, going to the left, back to the right, pass it over to Marasco. Into the paint. Penke can't get it to fall. Three goes up. Franzen rims out. Fast break, Straka. Kick to Hatcher. Hatcher, Harden shuffle, can't find it for three. Back in though, the backdoor cut. Kearney is killing Elk South on the quick backdoor cuts and the curls.
All because of their offensive rebounds.
Penke heading to the line. She was fouled. Milan got called for the foul, her first. Penke's got 7 points on the game today. Couple subs coming in for both teams for Kearney. That's Helmbrecht as well as Josie Murray. Second shot falls, make it 8 points on the day for Penke. Trap hits off of Penke's leg. It'll stay with Kearney, but I like the trap defense from Elk South. They're good at it. They get a lot of potential turnovers on it, or turnovers. Into the lane, Hatcher. She can't hold on to it. Probasco. Take it back up the left side. quick pass, that's Penke. Back to Probasco, into the lane, up and in for Probasco. Man, she is a hooper. Leads her team in points at 11, 1 point behind Hatcher. Trying to throw it over the defender to Milan. And Burke picks it off. She's going quickly down the floor. Kearney getting the turnover. Sometimes you try to force it, and that time Franzen just trying to force it. Milan kicks it out to Straka. Straka, she'll take it same place. They find Josie Murray. Murray can't get there, hits the deck for the ball, and it's back to Elk South. A quick transition game. Wide open shot, Edie. Big bucket for her, and it's a 7-point game. Elk South charging back, and it's a big bucket for her. And Elk South calls the timeout. We'll take a break here. Bearcats only up by 7 in the third quarter. Back out of the break we go. Elk South called the timeout, only down by 7. The pace really started to pick up this last minute or two, Asher, and Elkhorn South was feeding off of it.
Not a whole lot of buckets in that span of time. It was just a lot of running back and forth.
Yeah, it wasn't, but that big 3 for Berg, she was able to cut that lead to 7, which makes it seem a lot more manageable than 10. Straka into the paint, goes off the foot. Hatcher able to pick it back up. Foul called on Franzen. Franzen, just her first foul of the game. 1 foul for Kearney and 2 for Elk South. Keep saying Elk North. Trapped Edie. Fast break down the left side. She's got Helmbrecht and then Straka. Quick dish pass off to Edie. Edie takes a little bit of contact, gets it to fall.
That trap defense has kind of gotten Elk South back into the game.
Yes, it has. Now only down by 5. Quick pass inside, Helmbrecht. Helmbrecht finds Hatcher. Hatcher for 3 off the front of the iron. Then foul called on Josie Murray. So we're tied back up in fouls, 2-all. Elk South only down by 5, trying to find something to do with it here. It's this patient offense that's doing it for them. And it's patient, but it's high-paced. Just like that, getting the foul, Addie Penke. Good drive for her, finding the lane. When Elk South is aggressive, they can find the lane and they're not settling for jumpers, they have success because you're able to open up that defense a lot more.
And get those shooting fouls and even and ones.
Exactly. Good shot for her. That makes her total 11. She's now tied with Probasco for the most points on the team. Second shot falls as well, and Asher, just like that, it's a 3-point game. It was 12 at one point.
The Storm are on a run right now. Bearcats, they just can't quite get through that trap defense.
Yeah, they haven't been able to figure it out yet.
Elkhorn South switched to a 2-3 zone.
And then blocked. As Jasnak. Elk South, Probasco, she gets the bucket too. Hits a little Jordan celebration with it, only down by 1. Hatcher wide open 3, can't leave Kelsey Hatcher open. Lights up the student section and the scoreboard. Kearney's up by 4.
What an answer by the Bearcats.
Good pickoff, almost a pickoff, I should say. Garner playing good defense. It's a 3-on-3 battle there. It's Burke and Garner going at each other. Shot forced up, won't fall from Edie. Straka down the lane, quick kick. Jasnak can't finish, gets her own rebound, can't finish again. Probasco's got it on a fast break, 2 opportunities, and she couldn't find any of them. 3-on-1, Probasco takes it, almost gets it, gets her own board, kicks it back out. The shot, it's up, won't fall. No offensive board to be had. Shot was put up by Rowan Swartz. 30 seconds to go, shot clock turned off. Hatcher gonna play for last shot. So just down by 4. We're down by as much as 12. But they've battled back to 4. They're going to look to keep it at 4 heading into the 4th quarter. Less than 10 seconds to go. Nowhere to go with it. Out of bounds. It'll stay with Kearney. 4.1 seconds to go. I'm not sure what the plan was with the play.
There weren't any screens. I think it was just trying to dribble inside and kick it out if someone's open.
3 seconds to go. It's a turnover. That's Edie down the other end. Nothing coming for her, so a 4-point game. 45-41. We've got a basketball game here in Kearney. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Asher Salisbury, and we'll be back on the Bearcat Sports Network after the break. Final quarter of basketball coming up now. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me Asher Salisbury. Asher, Oak South has come back now. They were down 12, cut that lead to just 4 for Kearney, and it's been the trap defense that has resulted in some offensive buckets that's done it.
Oh, 100%. It has completely stopped the Bearcats in their tracks on offense again.
They have Penke. Now to Probasco. Probasco, good dish to Burke. 2-point game, 45-43, and Kearney cannot crack the code to this trap defense.
The trap defense turns to easy buckets on offense.
Kennedy Garner, she's got a 3, won't fall. Straka in the corner. Back to Garner. Garner takes it, can't find anything, throws it out. Franz in the 3. usually their post player, but she willing to shoot from the perimeter.
Bearcats, though, are in need of a bucket.
Talk about a bucket. 46-45, Alexa Eddy getting the bucket. 7 points for her on the night, and all of them have been big-time points.
The Elkhorn South Storm are on a run right
and then
now
Garner
of buckets.
can find it, and it's more of that trap defense, and Elk South has figured it out, Asher.
The Bearcats, they cannot break through that. As head coach Chris Pocock will take a timeout, try and maybe find the solution to this trap defense.
There's got to be some solution to it. And I think the problem is now Kearney's getting sped up and they're kind of freaking out. You've got to keep yourself relaxed. And when you get that ball like that, don't just leave one person stranded on the island. Have somebody else trailing back there. So you have two people up in the front court, and then you leave your other three to get some work done. But if you have those two there, you can't trap. If you're trapping two girls, that means there's only one girl to guard the other three. Find the openings. If you're trapping, that means there's somebody open and you can find an opening.
Just need to be patient. Try and find that open man.
Yes. Be patient, take a deep breath, and you got it. But Elk South, you got to give them credit. This is a well-ran zone defense, especially this early in the season.
They are fighting back hard, too.
Oh, yeah, 46-45, they lead by one. And this is what's tough about a team that plays small ball so well. All of them can shoot from the perimeter, and all of them can play the guard spot effectively. Quick shot goes up, won't fall from Penke. Hatcher down the other end. She'll just slow it up. Hatcher still a ways out, 20 seconds on the shot clock. Franz into Hatcher, 3 feet off the line, can't find it.
Elkhorn South did switch back to a man-to-man defense.
Turnover, Probasco can't get there. Hatcher headed up the front court. Milan, she's fouled on the way up. So she'll be shooting free throws. Fouls on Marasco. Her third foul. First foul of the quarter. Yeah, first shot won't fall. You talk about needing free throws. Kearney was so good for a while there, kind of consistently making free throws, getting it done. Now when they need them most, down by one, first shot won't fall for Milan. Second one will, and we're tied up 46 all. Marasco, bucket put up from Hasenkamp, won't fall. Straka into the front court. 2-on-1 opportunity. Straka gets fouled, and she'll head to the line now.
It's one of those plays where Straka really slowed down and tried to just try and get an and one, I guess you could say.
Yeah, you know, you're looking for that contact a little bit, but obviously with the jump stop too, if that girl's wanting to jump and you jump stop like that, you could have an easy bucket. So now 15 points tied with Hatcher. So it's Hatcher and Straka with 15 each, leading the team. Now Straka with 16.
Now we get the Bearcats up by 2.
Foul on Straka. Yeah, I got a little bit too excited. Her fourth foul. That's interesting. So Straka's got her fourth. She'll head out of the game, and heading in is Addie Schneider.
That is a big loss for the Bearcats
yeah,
offensively.
That's tough. See what Schneider can produce for him. Probasco, quick pump fake right side, can't get the bucket, gets her own board. I don't know how. Deep shot, Edie can't get it to fall. Franz in the board. Now Hatcher's got it, and with one of her main offensive threats and the leading scorer on this team right now, And it's a charge on Franzen. Getting too close and trying to push her way through the screen. So it was actually on Kelsey Hatcher. Hatcher was on this. It was an illegal screen. Only her first foul, but Kearney's second. 48-46, Kearney up by 2. Ball picked off, that's Garner. Garner a 2-on-1, she'll take it in herself. And she's shooting free throws too.
This is the time of the game where the Bearcats, they need to be making those 3 free throws.
Yeah, free throws at this point in the game, that's when you look at it and you're like, okay, if we were within this many points, we missed this many free throws at this time, and it starts to get really crucial.
Garner makes her first one. Bearcats lead by 3 now.
Yeah, still a 1-possession game. Kearney trying to make it 2. Now 4-point game. Elk South down by 4. They kind of have a slow start to quarters sometimes, so we saw
Not defensively, though.
not defensively, but offensively. Defensively, they've been great all night. Shots up for Pinky. Bucket. Quick shot for her, Kearney. Left Pinky open a couple times, and when she's able to fully set up, she's going to get a bucket.
The Storm back in their 2-3 trap zone.
Quick pass in there to Franzen. Franzen can't get the shot, but Milan finishes. Offensive board to a bucket. Kearney's done a great job crashing boards all night. For the tie, she's got it. Nylon. Probaska gets it done, and we're tied at 52 all. Skip pass to the corner. Gardner. Back out Hatcher. Top of the key. Travel will be called on Hatcher. Took one too many steps. So now tied up again, 52 all after Probasco hit her 16th point. Inside, it's a turnover. They wanted to get it into Edie. I don't know what she'd have done with it if they got it to her. Quick pass to Schneider. Schneider kicks it out. Shots going up for Milan. Milan can't get it to fall. Edie back down the other way. It's 4-on-1. Edie just looking to outrun everybody. Hatcher's on the floor. I don't know what happened.
Got a little tripped up as she was running back for defense.
Yeah, Hatcher went down there working on her now. But, you know, we can say here, let's talk about it. Elk South now up by 2, but it's the quick transition ball that helps them to get it done, and that's exactly what's been happening so far. It's these quick transition plays for Elk South that are paying off. Probasco gets herself a 3, or she goes in and gets it. You have Edie going in and getting 3s. Penke's going in there and balling too, but Elk South, they just got to keep that offense active. They can't be relying too heavily on that defense.
And coming back on Probasco, she is only a freshman. This is very promising for the Storm here in years to come.
Yeah, especially just the confidence she plays with. Hatcher pops up now. Seems to be walking back on her own accords. That's always good to see again. Injuries are the worst. As a sports fan, we all know injuries. We wish we could all play it kind of like Madden and 2K when you can just turn off injuries. That's what we all wish would happen because, well, then you'd see a lot of football players still be really good. Odell Beckham Jr., he'd be the best receiver in the league still if he didn't get hurt.
That is a big loss for the Bearcats. They lost their primary ball handler.
Well, not only that, but you lose Straka as well with 4 fouls. Shots going up, Milan can't find it. Then foul called.
With that, though, Hatcher has played the entire game.
Yes, yeah, Hatcher had not come out of the game at all. So foul got called on Milan. Garner was the one who put up the shot.
Bearcats in their man-to-man defense. They need a lockdown here. Can't let the Storm go up by too much.
3 not going to go up quite yet. That's Eddie. Probasco. You want to put the ball in her hands. The 5-out kick offense. That time kicking it out, Probasco. Left side, can't find it. 2 wide open. Kearney gets it. Sometimes that's a thing, you know, when you're used to shooting with somebody in your face all the time, and then you're wide open, a little bit nerve-wracking to shoot the ball.
It's one of those, you just take a deep breath and I guess hope you make it.
Yeah, well, and, you know, you look at that, Hatcher back into the game already. She's a trooper. Turnover for Elk South. 2 minutes to go. They lead by 2. Just got a turnover. Probasco in the front court, kicks it out. Eddie, left corner, can't find it for 3. And then a foul on Caitlin Franzen.
Over the back.
Yep. Normally referees, they're not going to call over the back if a player is not making the motion to box out or they're not making the effort to box out. But if they're making the effort to box out, referees will reward them.
That's what you call fundamentals.
Yeah, that's something that's talked about a lot with referees and especially in coaches' clinics. Straka, she's back in the game too. 4 fouls, but you need her now. Garner, she puts up the 3, won't fall, and we stay a 2-point game. Quick pass to Eddie into the front court. Timeout taken, minute 27 to go, 27 seconds on the shot clock. We'll take a break too. Bridger Cruz, Asher Salisbury here on the call with you, 54-52. Kearney leads by 2. Back out of the break, we had Elk South called it up by 2, 54-52. They battled back, 1 point down, 12 points to Kearney. Probasco, what a play. She gets it in, easy bucket for her. And that is why Coach Jake Nannon called a timeout.
The Bearcats on the offensive side of the ball, though, they just can't find anything to fall here in this quarter.
No, they cannot. Straka, quick kick out to Garner. Garner to Milan. Milan the 3 off the front of the iron. Straka saves it to Garner. Garner can't find the bucket either. Eddie back into the front court. Less than a minute to go. Elk South, now you do not need to shoot the ball. And now this is where the rules get interesting. So it's 4 fouls on Kearney. So no shots yet, but the next foul coming will be 2 free throws. 1 and 1, not a thing anymore in Nebraska high school basketball. Full timeout taken. We'll stay right here. Elk South able to make their way back and now up by 4, poised to get their first win of the season on the road. And I wanted to talk about Jake Nannon for just a second. It's his first year here at Elkhorn South, but before that, let's look at some replays. That play was so beautifully drawn up. Probasco came off 2 screens. Everybody was up, shoved right on the out-of-bounds line. And talking about Jake Nannon, a first-year head coach here at Elkhorn South. He spent 3 years as the head coach of Superior and was also the Lincoln Southeast assistant boys basketball coach. He's a Lincoln Southeast grad, a 51-21 record all time, and 2 20-plus win seasons. Right now, his coaching and his adjustments that he's been able to make from his zone defense to greatly drawn up plays. Now let's see if we can find another one here. It's a lot of the same design, but Kearney all over it this time, putting Addie Helmbrecht right in the lane. Now 45 seconds to go. Elks out trying to kill as much time as they can, up by 4. Shot goes up, won't fall. Falls in the hands of Milan. Milan's got it, 35 seconds to go.
Bearcats need to push the pace.
Can't find it, rebound out Milan. Shots going up, Garner. Garner hits the side of the backboard. Now 24 seconds for Bosco. You just got to look to dribble this ball out. Helmbrecht bounces off her foot.
That was a smart play there by the Elkhorn South Storm. Dribbled right at Harley Straka, and knowing that, Harley Straka could not do anything. Harley Straka could not do anything as she is sitting on 4 fouls right now.
Yeah, that's a big thing now. If Straka's going in, you got to force her to be aggressive defensively for Elk South. But at this point, okay, I say you got to force her to be aggressive. You got to force this, force that. No, you don't. Run your offense, run it through. If you get an open bucket, take it. But do not do it unless you're 10 feet or less from the basket. You don't need to take the shot. You're up by 4. I mean, honestly, if you don't have a wide open shot, force Kearney to make the play. Risk them getting a foul because at this point with the new free throw rules, you're headed to the line to shoot 2, which is why Kearney's been hesitant to foul.
And that is what the Elkhorn South Storm want to do. They wanted to try and win this game, close this game out at the free throw line.
And right now I think that's the conversation right now between Kearney and Chris Pocock.
If I was an Elkhorn South fan, I'm liking my chances with only 20 seconds left.
Well, yeah, and you just look at it here, you just got to find a way to get it done. That's that Kearney High student section, college game day theme, and then jersey.
Shout out to Kyler, our cameraman.
Yeah, Kyler.
He was up here in the first half running stats for us.
Yeah, we lost our stat man, but we got another camera guy. 20 seconds to go. That's Eddie in the front court. Hatcher fouls. Straka's heading into the game too, so they didn't want Straka in the game at that point. The plan was to either get the turnover or foul, but they didn't want Straka in there as the chance that she would have to foul. That's Eddie at the line to go up by 6.
6. 5?
She makes both at 6.
Oh.
I'm just thinking 2 steps ahead.
I'm playing checkers, Bridger's playing chess.
4-dimensional chess, not just chess. See, just like that, up by 6, 58-52. Kearney's got to get a quick bucket and then a turnover. Milan, deep 3, she gets it. 11.7 seconds left. Milan gets the bucket, and now subbing in, here's where things get interesting. Not Addie Schneider. Elena Jasnock is subbing into the game. I assume Straka will head out. The reason being they don't want Straka to have to pick up that foul. And let's take a look at this bucket. Milan, she was way out there. Found a way to get it done. And now it's a 3-point game. Big plays by big-time players. And it's 58-55.
She is primarily the main 3-point shooter on this Kearney High offense.
Yeah, and she's been kind of quiet tonight from the 3-point line.
That is her first 3-pointer of the game.
Yeah.
She has gotten points inside, though.
Yeah, she's found other ways to get it done, but that's a big 3. But now, Elk South, get the ball, make 2 free throws, even make a free throw. But don't freak out. You got to keep your poise in these late game situations.
because easily everything can go wrong.
Oh, yeah. But now headed out, Jake Nannon, he's drawn up some crazy plays so far. What can he draw up to get his team the ball here? Up by 3 with 11 seconds left.
They must focus on inboundsing the ball here. They do not want to try and waste one of their timeouts.
At one timeout each. Foul, Jasnuk with the foul, and just like that, Straka will head back into the game.
You called it perfectly, Bridger.
That's just what every good basketball coach would do. You want your best players in there, but you don't want to risk them getting the foul. And if you're Elk South and Kearney does leave Straka in, you know, as a coach, you know what you're telling your girls? Find
Attack
a way.
her.
Well, yeah, not only attack her, but find a way to get somebody the ball and put Straka on them.
Bearcats, at the end of this free throw, they only have 10 seconds to work with.
And 5 points. Eddie has done a great job. 4 free throws for her, really when it counted. 5 seconds to go. Hatcher can't find it, and that will do it. Elk South closes it out. 60-55, upsetting the Bearcats at home. First game of the season. The Storm come in on the road and get the win, 60-55. And it's all set up from the big plays late in the game from Elk South and the nitty-gritty workhorse that is Probasco. She's going to be a talented athlete, isn't she? Only a freshman. She's got a bright future ahead of her.
With that, the Elkhorn South Storm will move to 1-0 on the season. Their next couple games, they will have Papio at Papio, and then go to Norfolk. And then they'll have their first home game of the season against Millard West.
I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Asher Salisbury. Now let's look at some highlights in this game. The back and forth battling from both these teams is what has counted, to say the least. It was a back and forth battles in the first half. It looked like it was all Kearney, and Franzen being able to get those buckets, so crucial for Kearney. But the problem was they started to go away from that a little bit. And then Elk South found ways to get it done. Whether it was inside, some great plays, or from the three-point line, but Probasco, talk about being able to get it done. She has made some great plays overall. Deep threes, back and forth. Elk South, Eddie, she did a good job closing that game out, and three-point line gets there. But Eddie got to the three-point free throw line 2 back-to-back times, made 4 free throws to close out the game. And then Probasco, the ankle breaker, to get the bucket. She just had herself a night. Asher, looking at these two teams, you know, what do they have to do? What are the adjustments that Kearney's got to make for this next game?
The Bearcats, they need to try and play all 4 quarters of consistent basketball. Like the first and third quarter, they were playing really good. Second quarter, lights out, could not miss. Fourth quarter, couldn't make a shot.
Yeah. Well, and when the shots aren't falling, you just got to find different ways to facilitate the ball. Stick around now. You're watching some highlight packages. It's the boys' game after this. Elk South and Kearney should be an exciting one at that. We'll be back after the break. I'm Bridger Cruz, with me, Asher Salisbury. Tell somebody you love them and have a good night. And stick around for the boys' game coming up next.